Hi there, it's me, Cody, from Unqualified Gamers. And John's not here right now. John is actually kind of taking a break this week. He had a long week, actually. Actually, kind of so did I. It's summertime, so I'm actually here to tell you live on Google Hangouts that we're taking a break this week, which I think is okay to do sometimes. And there's a couple of reasons for that. The primary reason is that John is not only working 12-hour days pretty much every day this month at his job, but also because there was a small home repair issue that he's had to attend to. So half of his house is being torn up right now. And that half of the house happens to contain all of his recording setup before it was all removed for said home repair. So John is a bit busy this month, actually. I don't even know if he'll be back next week. I will definitely do a podcast next week, but as for John, I can really say nothing of him. The reason I am taking a break this week, instead of telling you about all the games I've been playing and things I've been doing, I actually want you to not listen so much this week for two very major reasons. The first is this week is the Steam Summer Sale, which means that I'm going to cough on my own voice and not be able to breathe. The Steam Summer Sale is a big deal because you can get lots of really, really good games for like very, very cheap. I know that the daily deals are ridiculous. I have seen games that I own and are very good games, such as DLC Quest is less than $1. FTL Faster Than Light, one of John's favorite games ever, is pretty much on sale. It's been on sale all week. Risk of Rain has been on sale, which is a very, very good multiplayer game, especially if you understand port forwarding because there are no dedicated servers. Another very good game is Rogue Legacy, which was on, I believe, both John's and my top 5 games of 2013 list, even though it might have come out in 2012, but doesn't matter. So those are some really good games that you should check out and are incredibly cheap. I also checked my wish list on Steam the other day, just kind of on a whim, and realized that all 3 of the games on my wish list were actually on sale. They just weren't featured daily deals, and I wasn't notified that they were on sale, although normally you would be notified if a game on your wish list goes on sale. Apparently that's not necessarily true for the Steam Summer Sale. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm unqualified, remember, so that may not be the case. But go check your wish list just in case. So if you do any PC gaming at all on any level, go to Steam, go check out the summer sale, and play some video games. And I know you like to listen to our podcast while you play video games, and that's great, but maybe enjoy the music a little bit, especially if you get a game like Bastion, which I believe might also be on sale, and is really, really good and really, really fun. So that's the first reason for not doing a full podcast this week, is because I would like to encourage you to go participate in the Steam Summer Sale, which is where you get the cheapest video games ever. The second reason is I think actually the primary reason. That is because rather than listen to our podcast, I would prefer that you go to twitch.tv and check out Summer Games Done Quick, which has quickly become one of my 2 favorite weeks in gaming out of the year. The other week being Awesome Games Done Quick, which takes place in January, February. It's like the winter version of this. So John and I did an entire podcast on Awesome Games Done Quick when it happened, I believe, in January. So it's episode 50-something or 40-something. Go to unqualifiedgamers.com if you want to hear us talk about it. I won't go into excessive detail because I'm sure John and I will talk about it next week or whenever he gets back. But basically, it's a marathon of speedrunners speedrunning video games, broadcast live over Twitch TV. It's in Denver. It's like at a hotel somewhere, I believe, this year for this particular week. And they all get together and they have a very comprehensive schedule of games. They go through several different series. They were playing Doom 64, I believe, earlier. They've played most of the Zelda games. They speedrun several Mega Man games have been speedrun. Mario games. Mario Kart 64 I watched earlier. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, like any game you can really name of well, not any game you can name because there's zillions, but a lot of really, really great classic video games and even some newer ones are being speedrun. These are people who play the same game over and over and over again, sometimes using techniques to save frames of animation, like frames that minute, in order to break world records. And a lot of times at these events, they break world records, but a lot of times they're just talking you through the process while they're doing it, so they're a little distracted, so you don't see a ton of new world records being set. But the skill level is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The glitches these people have found. My favorite so far that I've seen off the top of my head is the Mega Man 1 speedrun. Mega Man 1 is never my favorite Mega Man game, has never been that, but you watch some of these glitches and they're doing techniques that just plow them through entire levels and skip entire screens. They beat Rygar, the video game, which is apparently a longer game, in like 10 or 15 minutes, I believe, because they skipped over half the game. So there are crazy techniques and glitches. All of the speedrunners have been incredibly well-spoken this year and very good at explaining what they're doing and very entertaining. They're very fun to watch, and that's fantastic. There was a guy that finished a speedrun, and I wish I could remember which one it was. Actually, it was Super Return of the Jedi. He speedran Super Return of the Jedi on Super Nintendo, then got out his guitar and sang a song about speedrunning. And it was amazing, and it was really awesome. So it's just a lot of fun. Just go to twitch.tv. It's going to be on the front page all weekend. It runs through Sunday, June, last Sunday in June. So it runs through Sunday, okay? So last Sunday in June, I don't know what that date is. I'm not going to look it up because I don't feel like it. But check it out. And the number one reason, other than I think you need to see some of it, because it's phenomenal to watch. I don't care if you like speedrunning. I don't care if that's your style. Like, it is really interesting to watch these games. But the main thing is it's for a good cause. This particular fundraiser is for Doctors Without Borders. As of this recording, as of what I am telling you, they've raised over $200,000 for Doctors Without Borders. And there's still a couple days left in it. Their goal is $250,000, and I'm very confident they will exceed that, which is really exciting. I donated, and there are a lot of really cool perks and benefits to donating. I don't have a substantial amount of disposable income that I budget towards donating to things, and yet I dropped $35 on these guys, and probably will give them some more before the end of the week. Because it's, first of all, it's a great cause. It's showing gamers can do good. It's supporting a great cause. I'm just going to say that over and over again. And there are a couple different things you can do. You can leave comments with your bids, which sometimes they read to the speedrunners. So if you want to send them a message and say something like, wow, Mega Man 5 is my favorite game. I'm so glad you're running it. Thanks so much, guys. Love what you're doing. And you kind of show them your support, you can do that. And there are also tons of bid wars, or bid incentives, I guess, or things you can bid on. So, for example, you can allocate part of your bid towards voting for certain things. Like, there is an additional stream they are going to stream if they reach $10,000 allocated towards this stream. That particular stream is a Smash Brothers Melee tournament, I believe they're having. So if people donate money and $10,000 is donated specifically towards that cause, then they'll add this additional stream if that hits the $10,000 goal. Now again, all of this money is going to Doctors Without Borders. It's just that you can pick the additional incentive that you want to kind of go with it. Another, probably the number one bidding war that goes on that I'm aware of is the Super Metroid Save or Kill the Aliens bid war, which is you can allocate your money towards voting for Samus to just run off the planet and escape at the end of the speed run, or you can put your money towards voting for Samus to save these aliens. If you don't know, at the very end of Super Metroid, there's an escape sequence where you flee the planet, which is exploding because you beat the end boss, so the planet has to explode, of course, science. And there are some aliens in a hidden room. If you go down a couple extra screens right at the end of the game, you can save these little creatures and then run out. And then at the end of the game, it shows their kind of like escape pod flying off the screen to the side. Or you can let them die. And that is always a very fierce bidding war for a couple reasons. The people that want to save them are the humanitarian, oh, they're cute, like we need to save them, you know, kind of people. And the kill them people are, this is a speed run. This is about speed. You're adding 5 to 10 seconds or more to this speed run if you save these stupid animals. It doesn't do anything tangible. It just gives you one, well, it does one tangible thing. It shows a little blip that flies to the side of the screen. That's it. But that's at the expense of speed. These people that train so hard to be as fast as possible, then throwing away 10 to 15 seconds, which when you're talking about a run that will take maybe 40 minutes, that's a lot of time, right? So that's like the most notorious bid war. And you can also suggest some of your own things with bids. For example, Final Fantasy VI is the last run that they're doing Saturday night. It's beginning Saturday night around 11:30 or midnight, and they're going to speed run, 2-player co-op, I believe, speed run of Final Fantasy VI. And you can bid and allocate your amounts towards bidding on what they will name each individual character. I've actually thought about just throwing $50 at Locke, because so far the top bid on a name for Locke is like $35. So if I drop 50 and I pick a funny name, maybe other people will back my bid and add to it, and then I'll have that funny name and I can say, oh yeah, in that speed run I named Locke. Or other people will come up with other funny things. And a lot of those characters have like $1,000 or $1,500 already allocated towards their top bid, so you're not probably going to affect their names, but stuff like that. Things like that. Things like voting on, do we want to see a Metroid Prime 1 or a Metroid Prime 2 speedrun? Last I checked, Metroid Prime 2 is really far ahead, which kind of makes me sad, but what can you do? So there are all these fun little things, and when you donate during certain time windows, they'll say, donate now and you'll be, you know, if it's over $20 or over $30, you'll be entered to win this this plushie of Flip Top or Eddie from Mega Man, or you'll be entered to win this custom Wii U and 3DS XL from this custom console company. So there are things you can win as well. You kind of automatically entered into like a raffle system. If you donate a certain amount, you can allocate your bids towards certain things. But the most important thing, legitimately, is that it all goes to Doctors Without Borders, which is an amazing cause. And it's just great to see gamers doing something so cool. The level, I swear to God, some of the people that I have seen play are probably some of the best video game players in the world. And I realize, you know, you may say, oh, I have its muscle memory and reflexes and things like that. You know what? Football players and athletes use muscle memory as well. And, you know, their accuracy is never precise to, I mean, there's just a level of excellence that is here that is so fine-tuned and so specific and so, you know, to the millisecond or frame perfect. There are a lot of tricks that are frame perfect where they have literally one frame, which is either a 30th or a 60th of a second to hit a button. I mean, that's really crazy, and they're doing it consistently, correctly, often. Like, that's a level of pinpoint accuracy that I don't see in a lot of other professions, including even like some musicians can't even do that, you know? So it's mind-blowing to me, the skill level, and the fact that it's going towards something good, and the fact that they're also entertaining and well-spoken and mostly nice and polite. You know, last year I complained a bit about one of the speedrunners was a little rude. They had a programmer from Metroid Prime Skyped in answering questions about Metroid Prime while someone was doing a Metroid Prime speedrun, and I didn't think he was particularly polite to the programmer. He was very kind of like, oh, you're here, okay. I didn't like that. Nothing like that has happened even remotely during this entire event, and I've watched a lot of this event. So strongly encourage you to go check that out. Summer Games Done Quick 2014. I know you can find it. If you are aware of this podcast, you will be able to access it. You're smart. I know you are. Even though you listen to us, you're still smart. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt there. And that's what you should go do. So please go to twitch.tv and check it out. Even if you can't donate, check it out for a little bit. And even if it's not a game you've ever seen or heard of or played, maybe you'll find it really interesting anyway. I know I have found some really interesting things in games that I don't really particularly care for. So that is my plug. That is my official week off statement. I would love to go into talking about things I've been playing lately, or things I've purchased, games I've purchased during the Steam Summer Sale, but I will have to table that until next week because I'm hungry and I've not had dinner yet, and it's after 10 p.m. as of the time I'm doing this. So thank you for subscribing to us on YouTube. I know we've gotten some new subscribers, and thank you so much for that. I promise we'll have much more entertaining content up soon. And if you want to check out more, just go to unqualifiedgamers.com. You probably missed the Awesome Games Done Quick podcast, so go check that out to get a little more of a taste of what's in store. And their whole schedule is on the website, so just go find that. Anyway, that is literally all I have to say. In fact, I talked a lot more than I really intended on talking. So I hope you had a great week. Please enjoy the great weather, and we'll see you around the 4th of July, July 3rd, I guess, next week, when I and possibly John and who knows who else will be joining you from Unqualified Gamers. Again, unqualifiedgamers.com. Go check it out. We'd love you for it. Good night, though.